seated. Once again, you're welcome to this edition of Governor Alex OTTI Speaks to ABIANS. The moderators tonight, we have Chinas Anderson of Vision Africa Radio 104.1 and Stanley Mba of Sun FM, Iberi. But before the moderators take control of the program, permit me to once again, as usual, yield the microphone to His Excellency for his opening remarks. Your Excellency, you are welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, honorable commissioners and other government appointees who are here, our brothers and sisters joining us from their homes. I want to thank all of you for joining us in our monthly program. This is the one for February. As usual, I'll just take a few topical issues that we dealt with in the month that will pass in a few hours. As you are all aware, we declared an emergency on health and a few other areas, including environmental sanitation and infrastructure. I think we have made quite some progress in those areas. Security was also one of them. In the area of health, the Project Ekweme Phase 1 is coming to a close. All the 200 primary health care centers are now in place and are retrofitted, rebuilt, or remodeled. Some of them have not been functionalized because we insist on minimum standards in terms of equipment and in terms of healthcare professionals. But I've given directive that in the next 4 to 6 weeks, all of them should be functionalized, being that some of the new recruits have started resuming, and we believe we have enough people for that. We are also handling the World Bank impact project, where 77 primary healthcare centers were fixed. So by the time we functionalize all of them, we'll have over 270 primary healthcare centers, and then we'll now move to the next phase. But in the interim, we have engaged a US-based company called Quantus Medical Foundation. And what they are doing here is just to give training to all our healthcare professionals. We know a lot of them are highly qualified, but then just like every other thing, the information age makes it compulsory that things continue to change. So we want our people to be updated in terms of digital healthcare program. We have started the pilot program in select hospitals. And the whole idea is to migrate from manual to digital. And it's looking quite good. And our people are happy. A vaccination started in the early part of the month for measles and rubella. And we are very happy with the acceptance to be immunized by our people. The turnout was massive, and a whole lot of people benefited from that immunization. Yesterday, we flagged off the construction of a brand new general hospital in Okwa East. And we believe that the contractors will deliver it in record time, so that that local government, which had not had a general hospital since inception, will now have a secondary healthcare center for referrals. The 11 primary healthcare centers that we are fixing, I understand 4 of them have been functionalized, 5 more any moment from now, and the remaining 2 will be functionalized in the next 60 days. But then it's important that these primary healthcare centers are able to refer patients to secondary healthcare center, at least one in the local government, and that's the logic for constructing a general hospital in Okwa East. And those who were there will bear witness that the people were very happy that the general hospital is coming to their end. Work is still going on in a lot of the secondary healthcare centers and tertiary ones, including the ABIANS State University Teaching Hospital in Aba. The expansion project is going on. The specialist hospital in Amachara and the one in Umunato. It's a massive job that is going on in those hospitals, and we know it will take a little bit of time, but we will get there. Roads. We will continue to deliver on our promise to change the story of infrastructure in Abia. A few days ago, we were at Abam to commission the 30-kilometer Abam-Arochukwu road. And of course, we used the same opportunity to commission the Omenoko Bridge. I'm sure the story was well reported, and our people are happy. 2 days ago, we also commissioned the Ovom Street, a place that had sunk to erosion, but it was an interesting experience, because the day I went to worship around there and had a look, I saw people from the community who besieged me, and I followed them to go and see. I had always heard about Ovom, but I didn't know it was that bad. The first thing the first thought was, can this really be fixed? Because it was terribly bad, and you could see buildings sinking. And but I also asked myself, was this place okay, at any time, at any point in time? And the answer was in the affirmative. And I said, okay, so if it was good at some point, then it can also be good again. And we started work on it. I'm happy that we delivered that place, the adjoining roads, and saved a lot of buildings and a lot of families from the agony of that erosion. So we commissioned it 2 days ago. Work is going on at different sites, about 31 of them, under the Ministry of Works, and several others under the Greater Aba Development Agency and the Greater Onhafia Development Agency. We also have several others that are being addressed by direct labor. And this is the dry season, so I've put everybody on their toes to ensure that we take advantage of the dry season. On workers' welfare, I'm sure you may also have heard that we've started paying arrears of leave allowances. And not too long ago, I also had a meeting with former elected councillors between the period 1999 to 2022. I think there were close to 1,000 of them that attended that meeting. And most of them are being owed their entitlements. I've given instructions, and the Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs is working with the finance team to ensure that payment will start as soon as possible. Like I said, we are not going to pay everything at a go, but the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So we take them on a state-by-state basis. On SME and industries, we've just given approval to set up the SME Village and Innovation Hub in Aba. And the whole idea is that that hub will be where computers, mobile phones will be sold and repaired. I'm sure that with cooperation from the Export Growth Lab, which is in Ogbonna Polytechnic, that handshake will produce results. Our people are strong in SME, so this government has taken a principal stand to support our people with the setup of the SME Village and Innovation Hub. Land has already been acquired. I'm also happy to report that we have completed the acquisition of the Afro Beverages company that was hitherto under the management of AMCON. So we bought it back from AMCON. It is a going concern, and we have started receiving expression of interest from investors who want to take over the place. Just like we are receiving expression of interest from prospective investors for Star Paper Mill in Owerenta. So the whole idea for government is to ensure that those companies go back to work and ensure that our people who hitherto were employed in those places, even if it is not them, but others, will get jobs in those places. It's not our preference to run those companies. We want to cede them to the private sector where they exist. The private sector who has capacity and who has the competence, not just somebody who has money, but we want to be sure that those companies do not run aground anymore. On the Nsulu Airport project, I'm sure some of you may have seen that there were negative reports from someone who I even understand had not attended any of the meetings. So I think it was just a hatchet job. But I'm glad to report that compensation payments have resumed on the 23rd of this month, after the meeting on the 18th of this month. And I understand there are close to 10,000 claimants. And at the moment, over 4,000 have been paid. So we are taking them step by step. We first of all took the people we acquired the proposed runway, which is what is going on now. The construction of the runway is going on and going on very well. So we first of all settled them, and we are now taking them village by village. In the spirit of transparency, we had made the Honorable Commissioner for Lands to publish the names of claimants to the communities, and so there's nothing that is hidden. Of course, we are not ruling out sharp practices, but we are also very, very ready to deal with anyone that we see. But I can assure you that everyone who should be compensated will be compensated. A lot of them have been compensated. The rest of them will be compensated. But work is going on uninterrupted at the Nsulu Airport project. Two days ago, we also flagged off the reconstruction of the Enimba Hotel, Radisson Blue Enimba Hotel. And we are happy that Radisson Blue sent their senior executive, both from Portugal and from Dubai, to participate in the flag off. Like I had said in my speech, this is a project that was started over 50 years ago by the then administrator, ABIANS, and hit a lot of disruptions. Restarted during Mbakwe days, stopped after his time, and nothing has happened again till now. So the whole idea is that the 7-story building, which is standing, will be completed, and 120 keys means rooms, would be delivered. Then another structure will be set up that will produce 130 keys. So we are expecting 250 rooms from the Enimba International Hotel, and of course an international convention and conference center, and at the back of it a leisure park. So it's going to be a treasure to behold by the time we are done. So work already started in December, but as it is in our character, we don't flag off when we are not sure that work has started. And we're giving them a tight timeline to at least deliver on the already standing project and then extend to the rest. On education, you are very much aware that we are in the process of hiring 4,000 teachers. Though the way it looks, it may be more than 4,000 teachers. When the portal was shut down, I think there were about 36,000 applications. And the team has shortlisted 24,000 successful applicants. And they should be writing the computer-based testing exam any moment from now. And from there, the process will continue until we get to the number that we are looking for. So I'm glad that that is going very well. In the area of power, we continue to do well. We are working very hard to restore power to Ohafia and Bende. And I understand we are halfway gone. And very soon, power will be restored. We have also given instructions that power should be restored to Okwa East after our visit there yesterday. Our Umuahia ring fence, we are in the process of raising money to pay. Afrexim Bank is working with us to provide the funding. And when that happens, we will acquire the 60% held by EEDC. We're also in touch with the federal government for the remaining shares that they hold. So once we're able to do that, then we activate our plan to wheel power from geometric into Umuahia. Those of you that also followed would have realized that the Che community is now enjoying power from geometric. And when the discussion started, we asked that they go and sort out from Port Harcourt Disco. And I'm happy that Port Harcourt Disco released them. And today, they're enjoying power from geometric. So it means that more communities can actually enjoy power because the investment has been made. And that is why we are working very hard to see that once we already have taken the regulation into our hands, having set up the Abia State Electricity Regulatory Authority. So it's a no-brainer to have power supplied from Aba to Umuahia, Umunnuchi, Isukwato, Arochukwu, Bende, and Ohafia. So it will happen very soon. Last week, we were at Aba to commission the Nchedo Sexual Assault Referral Center. And we are happy that the Honorable Minister for Women Affairs and Social Development was here in person for that commissioning, and it went so well. We had also promised to set up such centers in Umuahia and Ohafia for the other two senatorial zones, while we expect, with proper reorientation, that our people will no longer be victims And even the people who perpetrate all these acts will know that this is not an acceptable behavior in the kind of society that we are building. Unfortunately also, some of our people who went for a program in Enugu got involved in an accident. And I think we lost about 14 of them, and several of them sustained different degrees of injuries. I've asked the Honorable Commissioner for Poverty Alleviation and Social Protection to reach out to the families and see how we can offer them help. On security, we continue to do everything that we need to do to ensure that all of you can sleep with your two eyes closed, even if we don't sleep. And I'm happy that results are positive. There's no territory that is under the control of non-state actors in Abia State, and there will never be. We put everything to it, and we have professionals who are also supporting us. We set up the Security Trust Fund, we set up the Security Advisory Committee, and they are working very hard together with the security agencies, the police, the DSS, Nigerian Army, Navy, Civil Defense. Everybody is working together to ensure that this place remains safe. And the logic is simple. If this place is not safe, everything we are doing will come to naught. So safety is the #1 priority for this government. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think I would leave it here now and then hand over to the moderators so that they can coordinate the question and answer session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. It's another opportunity to interact with our governor. Distinguished colleagues, this is the moment we've been waiting for. I am yours sincerely in creativity. My name is Stanley, but I'm not alone. I have another beautiful one here with me.
Good evening, distinguished members of the press, our viewers and listeners across Abia State and beyond. We want to also warmly welcome you once again to this month. That's the month of February 2026 media chats with the Governor, Your Excellency, the Governor of Abia State. Please, as we proceed, we ask that you bring in insightful questions, honest conversation. Please, let's take notes.
Okay, the interaction will be broadcast live on the following radio stations: BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM,
Family Love 99.9 FM, Magic 102.9 FM,
Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Enyimba 94.3 FM,
Real FM 99.1 FM, Son 91.3 FM, Ibere,
and Son FM 91.9 Aba, Zik 96.3,
Spin 95.3 FM, Rapid 96.5 FM,
Payseta 103.5, Bose 89.7 Aba,
Masters 105.9 FM, Dawn 103.7 FM,
and of course, Skills 87.7 FM. The program will also be streamed live on major online platforms. Once again, welcome to the interactive section. We will first start with the online, but before we do that, I need to inform the audience. You can send in your WhatsApp or SMS through 090-7462-1067. The number once again, 090-7462-1067. 3 questions, please, from each platform. Online. Okay, we'll have you there.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Promise Uzoma Okoro. Your Excellency, my question is in line with one of your administration's policy that directors in the state civil service who have served up to 8 years should proceed on retirement. Your Excellency, there are issues, some of them who were promoted in 2021, which is approximately about 5 years now, are still being paid the salary of their level 15. And some of them are actually afraid that the 8 years which this policy stipulates that they will proceed on retirement is approaching, whereas they are still being paid the salary of a level 15 officer. My question is, Your Excellency, is there any plan to address these discrepancies? Thank you, sir.
Okay, next, MNK, go ahead. Please, very brief.
Your Excellency, good evening. My name is Emenike Irebu. My question is around the Enyimba Hotel and the Radisson Blu project, which you just a few days ago kicked off. I must say that the people are very happy about it. But my question is, sir, how much interest does Abia State as a government have in that project? What is Radisson Blu role? Are they investors or are they managers? That's what I would like to know, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, the third person, please. Can we have your hand up? Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Nneka Tote. I write for News Leverage. A few days ago, there was a report that Ami Okpo, Echara Ihechowa Road, Ring Road, has been abandoned. And the people of the affected community, they would like a clarification on this thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your questions. We'll leave the floor for His Excellency to respond.
All right, thank you so much. Let me start with Nneka. No road has been abandoned. The ring road cannot be abandoned. Maybe there may be some delays, but I can assure you that under our watch, no road will be abandoned. Emenike Irebu, thank you. You are digging deeper to find out the relationships. Enyimba Hotel is owned by Abia State government at the moment. But Abia State government owns 80%. The balance of 20% is owned by those families of ASEMA members who had invested in the hotel. So we valued, by the time we valued everything, we got valuers. And what they are entitled to is 20%. Of course, the state government does not intend to continue to hold 80%. So, Emenike, if you have money now, you can come and we'll sell off to you. Radisson Blu, they are international hotel managers. And you must put yourself in a particular way for them to agree to come and manage your hotel. And it was a good thing because we got them in before we did anything. So they came in with their experts. The hotel must be in a particular way. You know, it's a 5-star hotel. So you must meet minimum standard for them. They must first of all see that the place is in a position to that the place can afford the hotel brand. They must also have faith in the economy and in the management of the economy before they will sign the dotted lines, which they have signed, I think, last year. So they are going to lend off their brand, lend off their management, manage the place, and we own the place or any other investor. PUO, you asked about directors who have served up to 8 years. It wasn't our administration that put in place that policy. It was a policy we inherited. So if somebody has been promoted a director and he's being paid as if he was not one, then he should not ask you to come and ask me, because I know that you are not a director. He should go to the Civil Service Commission or to the head of service and lay a complaint, because something is wrong. I'm tempted to doubt you, but then I'm sure you must have your sources. So please advise them. They have all sorts of, if the head of service is not responding, they should go to the chairman of the Civil Service Commission. If she's not responding, he should go to the SSG. And he can also write me. We don't tolerate bad behavior. So when somebody is promoted a director and is being, something is wrong, you shouldn't wait for a media chat. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming. It is irregular. You can't be a director and you are paid as if you are not a director. Level 15 is a deputy director, right? So that means the person was actually not promoted. But anyway, whoever it is, please go to the head of service, go to the civil service. Between the two of them, you will get a response. I don't also like people to be timid, because if you are somewhere and you have been promoted to a director and you are being paid as a deputy director and you are keeping quiet, that means you don't know what you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We now take questions from online. 4 persons, please. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Print, I beg your pardon. 4 persons, please. Kindly keep your questions concise, please. Over to you there, please. Go on.
Sonny, Nation Newspaper.
Yes, Excellency. Good evening, sir. My name is Sonny Wankwosa, and I write for the Nation Newspaper, sir. I want to start on a commendable note, sir. I recently went round Aba, and we noticed a visible improvement in infrastructure in the state, or in Aba particularly. But before I ask my questions, I have some observations that I made when I paid visit to some of the places that I visited, sir. I plead that you grant me the opportunity to, tell you these observations, sir. I visited Omuma Road, and I noticed that work is ongoing. But the feelers I got from the residents is that it's quite some time the contractor, left the site. And if anything, we are entering the rainy season and the campaigns will soon start. So if...
Did you say work is ongoing or work is not ongoing?
Well, they've done the rigid pavement to some extent, sir. So
okay, but did you meet the contractors?
I didn't see any person on site, sir.
Okay.
Yes. So the people are saying that it's quite some time the contractor left the site, and if the rains comes, it means that the place will be flooded, and the efforts of your administration to ensure that people, make use of that road seamlessly will be defeated. So the same story on Omika, there is this place, Area, St. Mary's, that road that...
Please, you have to wrap up with your question so we can
yes,
take
it's an observation, ma'am.
Please,
I have the permission of the governor. Yes.
We don't have much time left, so we can
I
take
have
from
the
other
permission
people.
of the protection of the governor, so please allow me. The Abai Area Road, sir. That road is being handled by one of the indigenous contractors in the states. And from the reports I visited there. There is no work going on as of 2 days ago. And I met some equipments that are not working. So, and they are appealing. The phase 1 is yet to be completed. And, the phase 2 has not been awarded.
Can you conclude, please?
Straight to your
I
question,
beg your
so
pardon.
others can also.
Please, I beg your pardon.
My question, sir. My question, sir, is that I've gone through the Abia state law on senior citizens. I did not see, because of the uproar on social media about the law, I did not see, sir, any definition of who is the elderly that will benefit from whatever that will come to them. And
thank you.
We want to know, sir, on that
others are waiting because of time.
Please, just the last one, please.
Please. No, it's one question from one person.
One question from one person.
It's still on that old citizen.
You're elaborating on a particular
I rest my
question,
case. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. The next person, please state your question. Make it as brief as a microphone, if possible. Please.
And please, let's stop hiding under the protection of the governor. Thank you.
Thank
Your
you.
Excellency, Sir Udaja, the Guardian. On 14th January this year, the State High Court ordered that the offices of Globalcom in the state should be sealed. And on the 6th of February, these offices were accordingly sealed. The court also directed that the Globalcom should pay 4 billion of tax they held for 12 years, and also pay 10% per month. Till today, these offices have been sealed, are still sealed, and there's no indication that the company is making moves to settle this matter. And there are insinuations in some quarters that the state government is planning to write off this debt. Reason is that they want to protect investors in the state. Can you make clarification, sir? Investors like a broker, like a Globalcom that are making
Where did you get that from?
insinuation from
Insinuation? No, don't bring insinuation here. Come with facts.
yeah.
If a matter has gone to court and there is a judgment, why are you now going back to insinuations?
Okay, since then,
Has the office been opened?
it has not been opened.
So
So what is the
what's
next-
your question?
If the court has ordered that you are also free to sell the property and recover the debt.
But how much will you sell how much will you sell the property?
I don't know, that's why I want to know.
The next person, please.
No.
Please hand the microphone over to him. The next person.
No,
Close to the AC, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Ibe Akroji of the New Telegraph. I just have one observation that 2 years ago here in the media chart you promised to do the Abamarochukwu Road, which has been commissioned and is being used, and the Abamahafia Road, but there's nothing happening on the Abamahafia Road. That's just the observation. The question now is,
which one is Abamahafia Road?
That's the Isugu Ohafia to Ndioji. That's the Abamahafia Road. Thank you, sir.
Isugu Ohafia?
Yes, sir.
To Ndioji?
Yes, sir.
I'm not aware of that. What I promised was the Ohafia Arochukwu Road. That's what I promised. So don't put words in my mouth. Are you from any of the places? Where are you from?
Your Excellency, I just remember.
Where are you from first?
I am from Abham.
So can you proceed with your question so that we can take the next question?
You need to apply for the road to be done.
Okay, Your Excellency, the question I have is, recently you directed that the staff, the disengaged staff, or those staff of the Obonayono Polytechnic that had problems be settled, be paid, and everything like that. But the same thing didn't happen for the staff of the that's the College of Education Technical in Arochukwu.
Don't worry, we are looking at it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. The last question from the print. Please, Steve, please.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, sometime in 2023, my name is Steve Oko of Vanguard Newspapers. When you newly assumed office, you told the world that your predecessor built an airport, and you were actually looking for the location of that airport. And some money was being mentioned. But suddenly till today, Your Excellency, I think ABIANS are curious to know what actually transpired. Or have you decided to let go? And then, on the word of information, I'm not a sycophant. I don't know how to praise worship. But the truth, I can tell you, is that from the fillers, you know, we meet with a lot of people, both the good and the bad, the ugly. ABIANS testify that when it had to do with road infrastructure, in almost every community, your signature is there. But recently, something happened. I've forgotten the exact community, but I can describe it. At Itumbuzo, the boundary between Abia and Akwa Ibom, Your Excellency, from that point, is it Okobode? Aha. People have to ferry latrats, I mean chipping, on bike to their homes. And I say, because unfortunately, this is really the platform where you can get such information. People from that community are actually crying, and they know that when His Excellency remembers them, that your bulldozer will be there very soon. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not from there.
All right. You know, people are now wearing their local cap. Sonny Wamko from the nation, I think, thank you for your commendation about, and then your observation about work stoppage. Well, I'm going to take that up with the Honorable Commissioner for Works. I don't know if he's here. But is he here? Okay. Okay, so please take note and please go and confirm that work has actually stopped in those places. The Abia area road and then the Omuma road. Omuma road will be strange because we've been on it. It's not a job that you complete overnight. But we'll continue until we fix it. I think I've answered your question on Globacom offices. And if there is a court order, we will respect that order to the letter. So all those side comments you are hearing are just side comments. We don't do that. I've also answered Ibuaku on Ubunayono and Aseta. Steve Oko asked a question about the Audio Airport. And I'm sure you are also aware that the government wrote a petition to the EFCC, and the EFCC has been inviting people who somehow the money got into their accounts. So we are still on it, and I'm sure that at the appropriate time we'll get our money back. So it's not been put at the back burner. We have noted your request for Itumbozo, and I will have our people go and have a look. But I know there is work going on in Itumbozo, right? There's work going on there. Okay, so please, can you just check if we have to extend it? Why not? We can extend it. You've extended it. Oh, okay. So the Honorable Commissioner said that your problem is solved. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Okay, we'll move straight to television. Please, just 3 questions. And again, it's important, make it very brief. Afia.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Emmanuel Mazwe. I report for Afia TV. Like you said 2 days ago, the Phoenix rises. And it's upon this that I draw your attention. On the 24th of April 2021, I did an investigative story that was published on Premium Times. It was titled, "Government Looks Away as Companies Spew Waste into Aba River, Endangering Lives." Now, the Enyimba Hotel has come alive again. And one of the reasons for which it was cited there were just to look over the Aba River, and I know what that will do to hospitality. But we have companies. In fact, I did a forensic test of that river, and the result came out that it was not even good to wash even, clothes or anything, not to talk about drinking. There is no aquatic life in that river, as we talk. Unfortunately, that same time, the abattoir that was located there, that was where they washed meat and all things, endangering lives, really. And it was because the companies were spewing effluent waste into that particular river. Now that we want to revive this hotel, what will happen to stop this particular anomaly that actually endangers life? Because at the end of the day, if this hotel comes alive, people will use that maybe as recreational site and all that. What will the government now do to ensure that this does not continue? Thank you very much.
Okay, next, please. Can't really see you from there. Okay.
Good evening, Your Excellency, sir. My name is Grace Dorcas Onyekachi, reporting for Rapi TV. My question will be centered on agriculture. Recently, 13 billion naira was allocated to zones, special agro-industrial processing zones. I want to know, sir, or we want to know, will the government be building this processing plant itself, or is this money strictly for infrastructural development to attract private factory to Bende and Umunochi? Thank you, sir.
Okay, we want more space for the TV, but if we do not have, we will definitely move next and probably, okay, we'll have someone there.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Chukwemeka Igu for Alpha Spin TV. I want to ask Your Excellency, because of reports we have concerning the implementation of the consolidated health salary structure, that some people in the Ministry of Industry, Agriculture, especially Department of Vets, are not benefiting from that. And also, some of the reinstated health workers complain that over 1 year after their recall, they have not been paid up till now, and requesting if they should still proceed back to retirement or continue working. And of course, HMB workers, the payment of leave allowance, they say they have not gotten theirs too. So I want you to explain that, Your Excellency. And the last one is an appeal.
Please, that'll be all.
An appeal, Your Excellency.
That'll be all, please. That'll be all, please.
Hold on.
That'll be all, please. Thank you very much.
It's just an appeal, not
that'll
a question.
All, please. Please, that'll be all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Emmanuel Wazue, your question is very, very good, and I'm happy you asked that question. We actually do have a comprehensive plan for the Aba River. First of all, to dredge it and let it flow properly. You know, I think it comes all the way from the Blue River in Azumini. So, you know, and if you look at the place today, it's static. To Azumini. So, when it's not flowing, that is when you have that kind of problem as you did your forensic examination. So it's going to be dredged, and we already have also, we are working with Landmark to set up a leisure and entertainment center also there. So we have good plans for but we have also engaged with some of the companies, because we know the companies that discharge their waste, and we have made it now an offense that is punishable. You must have a way to treat your waste. It's irresponsible to discharge your waste into a flowing river. Some people drink out of that river. So thank you for that question. Grace, you asked a question about agro-processing zone. I'm not too sure I have all the information, so I would note it. The Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, is he here? Okay, he's not here. But I know that we finally got into that SAPZ, and we should be beneficiaries, but it's early days. So I'm not sure we are at the point where if government will be the one to set up the special processing zone, my initial instinct will be to say no, because some of these things are better managed by the private sector. But I cannot respond with too much certainty because I don't have the information. Chukwemeka Igu, consolidated salary structure, HMB workers, record. These are questions that should not come here. Honorable Commissioner for Information, Head of Service, please, can you, if this is correct, because I get a bit surprised that people who feel it, people who are supposed to be the complainants, are quiet, and media people are the ones complaining. You may not even have all the information. So please, Honorable Commissioner for Health, this is your area. He says some record workers, because we had increased retirement age for healthcare professionals to 65 and 70, right? For doctors, I think it's 70. So if there are problems with documentation, you should just sort that out. It shouldn't be an item for the monthly media chat. This media chat is very expensive. So we should be charging people who ask questions that are not meant for here. What do you think?
Right. Okay, thank you very much, Your Excellency, for the responses. Now we'll take questions from radio. Over to you, Felix Bani.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Felix Abane. I work with Sun 91.9 FM, Aba. Your Excellency, the information I have this night, a few days ago, the Abia State Police Command confirmed a security threat that happened within Umachata, Amakama, Olokoro, where a husband and wife that runs a piggery farm were harassed. And similar incident happened within Obakala. And we don't know if your table has information about that. If you have, can you brief us, sir, on what you are doing to avert such disaster? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Chika Wabweze. I've done.
Thank you. Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Chika Wabweze from Dawn Media Group. Your Excellency, your administration has received praise for visible infrastructure projects and reforms. But critics say that measurable impact, transparency, and inclusive governance need improvement. Your Excellency, I want to ask, can you provide verifiable data showing how your policies have directly improved the economic and living conditions of ordinary ABIANS beyond infrastructural development, Your Excellency? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chika Wabweze. The next person, the last.
No, you won't move. Okay. You won't move. It's not. You've not said anything. Do you live in Abia? Okay, so if you live in Umuahia, you are the one that will provide data. The road you use, is it tarred? Okay. Yeah. Do your children pay school fees? Okay, but you see children that don't pay school fees, right? So the point is that this media chat is a serious media chat. So we are not here to massage your position. You can't come to a media chat and you are asking me to provide data about the measurable impact on work that is being done in the state where you live. It's irresponsible. Okay, that we throw this open for people to ask questions doesn't mean that people should be stupid. So if you can't feel what is happening in the state where you live, then I'm sorry, I can't help you. So let's take this very serious. Okay? speech is free, so you can. But when you come for my media chat, you must be prepared. If you don't have any questions, then you don't raise your hand. I'm at a loss. What do you mean? What do you want to hear from me? Maybe give him the microphone. Let me hear exactly what he means so that I can answer him.
Okay, sir. Your Excellency, I said that beyond road infrastructure, beyond construction, what impact can we know about the positive impact, the economic impact on the living conditions of the average ABIAN that your policies have impacted? That's all the question about.
So is that what that's not my business. What my business is to deliver on my promises. So it is for you as a journalist, if you actually want, okay, to now say, because roads have been done, accidents have reduced, travel time has reduced, there are electric buses all over the place that has the environment, that is free of charge. There are 200 primary health care centers that were not here before. So when somebody takes ill, he can go to a health care delivery center in his ward. Because you have fixed the state, businesses have returned. I don't know how much you pay as rent. I don't know how much you were paying before now. So if you want the governor to sit and then tell you the economic impact, then something is wrong. You understand from where I'm coming? Okay, so next time when you are coming to ask questions, prepare very well.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that honest response. Please, just a soft reminder that this platform was created to avail ABIANS the opportunity to interact with the governor, and your questions should be insightful, please. We'll take the last question from radio. Remember, insightful questions. This should be an honest conversation for a productive meeting, please.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Peace Abo. I write for Radio Nigeria. Your Excellency, people of the Abia State, they are commending you on the good works you are doing for them. Your Excellency, my question is on Umuahia Ikote Bene Road that was flagged off last year, October. The people of the area are keen to know when the construction work will begin. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Your Excellency.
All right, thank you. Let me start with you, Queen. I just got to know today that the construction work had not started on that road. I just got to know this evening, and I don't understand why. Honorable Commissioner, you need to speak to me about it. But whatever be the case, work must start there by next week, whatever be the case. Okay, we can't lose the dry weather. Okay. Thank you for bringing that up, and thank you for the commendation piece. There's only one question left, and that is Felix's question about police and Olukuru and Obakala incidents. I'm aware of those incidents, and I can assure you that police is on top of them. I actually did get a report from the Commissioner of Police on the 2 incidents today. They are isolated incidents, but they happened all the same. And because they've happened, we need to put procedures and everything in place to ensure that they don't repeat. But I can assure you that they are isolated. And we have in place measures to ensure that those do not happen anymore. All right, back to you.
Okay, we will definitely take messages from the WhatsApp and text messages from the numbers we earlier released. But before we continue, it's important to know that this is a simulcast. It's happening on these various stations: BCA 88.1 FM, Flow 94.9 FM.
Family Love 99.9 FM, Magic 102.9 FM.
Vision Africa 104.1 and Enyimba 94.3 FM.
Real FM 99.1 FM, Son 91.3 FM, Iberia.
Son FM 91.9 Aba, Zik 96.3.
Spain 95.3 FM, Rapid 96.5 FM.
Pace Sata 103.5 FM and Balls FM 89.7 Aba.
Masters 105.9 FM, Dawn 103.7 FM.
And Skills 87.7 FM. The program, it's also streamed live on major online platforms. Now we take questions that came in through SMS and WhatsApp. Your Excellency, this one says, good evening, Your Excellency. Thank you for your leadership and commitment to improving Abia State. We sincerely appreciate your dedication and efforts. However, I respectfully wish to draw your attention to a challenge affecting students of Abia State College of Nursing Sciences, following the directive that school fees be paid directly into the Abia IGR account. Previously, fees were paid to the school, allowing it to handle operational expenses. Now, whenever funds are needed for activities such as examinations, the school must seek government approval and wait for the release of funds. Unfortunately, this process has led to serious delays in academic activities. Our promotional exam, scheduled for November 2025, have not been conducted. The person is Chinas Chinwoke, a student nurse. Many students who should have progressed academically are still in the same level, and I was meant to be in my final year by now, but I remain in year 2. This situation has been stressful. It's a question, yes. Still the same person. So this situation has been stressful and discouraging. Your Excellency, we humbly appeal for the urgent release of funds to enable us sit for our promotional exams before our orthopedic posting at National Orthopedic Hospital begins on March 16. Thank you, Your Excellency. Chinasa Chinwoke, student nurse.
The next question. Your Excellency, sir, we are happy to state that because of your government's free education policy, the population of the secondary school in our community, Abarago Otoka Community Secondary School, Isialangwa South Local Government Area, has risen from about 201 to over 600 students, an increase above 300%. Honestly, you have our love and support beyond 2031. However, over 10 neighboring villages attend this particular school, which is located at the border between Isialangwa North and South. And due to this increased enrollment, many of the students are forced to stay outside during classes due to lack of enough classrooms, library, and furniture. We are appealing to you to help us mitigate this problem so that by the time the rain sets in, our children will be safe and their studies will not be disrupted. God bless you, sir. Sir Jonathan Ezimoko, KSC.
We also have this one that says, Your Excellency, sir, ABIANS are happy with you for all you have done to transform the state and the lives of its citizens. Sir, permit me to remind you of your promise of looking into the issue of non-payment of survivors' arrears of salary owed to retired staff of ASUBEB and those salaries. You said arrears of salary owed to retired staff of ASUBEB and those transferred to other MDAs by the previous administration. These complaints appeared in April 2025 media chats, where you directed the ASUBEB chairman to investigate and report back. I also wish to recall that 7 staff of ASUBEB have received their own arrears, leaving the aforementioned category. I plead with you, sir, to magnanimously look into this matter for the benefit of those concerned. Thank you, and God bless you. From Innocent Aloma.
The next one. Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Chief Joe O. Onoha, with his phone number. We respectfully appeal to your good office to intervene in our long-standing issue concerning Cedar Housing Estate, Ajata Bende Road, Umuahia. We subscribed to the estate as far back as 2012, but till date, we have not been allowed to take possession of our homes. The project is administered by FMBN, and the continued delay has subjected us to severe hardship especially with rising costs of rent in Umuahia. We humbly request your intervention to help us obtain our house keys. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Okay, that could be all for now.
Yeah. All right. Joe Onoha, Federal Mortgage Bank, Housing Estate. We'll take note of that. I'm just getting to know. SSG, please, can you work with the Honorable Commissioner for Housing so that we can see how we can intervene. We have a good relationship with Federal Mortgage Bank, so we can intervene. I'm surprised that Innocent Aloma is still complaining about non-payment of salaries by ASUBEB. This is very strange because I had instructed that be sorted out. SSG, please be on it and let the chairman of ASUBEB report back to you, and please let me know because this is so close to 1 year now. I can understand Jonathan Ezemoko's complaints. Well, sometimes you have a good problem. So enrollment going from 201 to over 600 is a good problem, but it needs to be solved. And the Honorable Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, it is at Abaraguo Tuka, the boundary between Isialangwa North and Isialangwa South. I think I know that place. So please visit that place this weekend. Visit it again on Tuesday because the school is on Monday. Let us know what is happening there and see how we can help. Even if it is not listed for the immediate renovation, we can at least do some palliative to ensure that the children do not suffer. Chinasa, it's very unfortunate that the College of Nursing does not understand how the TSA works. Honorable Commissioner for Health, please can you help? Because Abia State University Teaching Hospital, Abia State University itself, Arochukwu College of Education, Technical, Ogbonnaono Polytechnic, they are all running on the basis of TSA. So anybody who is suggesting that we'll go back to the old days is entitled to the suggestion, but I don't think we want to do that. So what we have done is to provide funding ahead. So it's very strange that the exams that were supposed to be taken in November last year have not been taken because there's no money. Please, I need a report on this. Okay? Please. All right. I guess that's it.
Okay, we appreciate you, Your Excellency. Well, before we appreciate everyone here, I have a message for you from the people of Ihenta Ohafia. Ihenta Ohafia. They said I should thank you for the equipment, medical equipment you brought to the PHC there. They were so happy. The Ezogo and members of the community, aged ones about 80 and above, visited the place. They were so excited. They extended their greetings to you while urging you to also help them fix their road to that place. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. No, they were so excited. It's just the truth.
All right, I'm suspecting you are from there.
No, I'm not, Your Excellency. No, I'm from Asaga. I'm not from there, but I'm from Ohafia anyways. Okay. I'm from Asaga. Okay. But I was there. It was massive. They appreciate.
Thank you so much. And please give my regards to them.
They were here.
Okay.
All right, thank you, distinguished colleagues, members of the State Executive Council. We appreciate you for being part of this program today. But before we go, we want to appreciate all the stations that took part in these, especially in the simulcast, and also those of print and online. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's edition of Governor Alex Otti Speaks to ABIANS. But before we finally round off, once again we'll be yielding the microphone to His Excellency for his closing remarks. Thank you.
All right, thank you. To members of the press, I want to thank you for your participation. Before now, we used to tolerate every intervention. I think we've done this for, long enough now that we need to elevate the quality of discussion that should be happening here. And you must not ask a question. If you do not have a question, you must not ask it. And that is why you saw me respond the way I responded today. I want us to now upgrade the quality of the monthly media chat. It shouldn't be opportunity to ask some questions that shouldn't be brought to me. But I haven't said that. I want to also thank our brothers and sisters and our parents who are at home, who joined. I want to assure them that this is a government that will continue to work in their interest and for their welfare, and nothing will stop that. In the next few days, the electric buses would start charging subsidized fares, and from Umuahia to Aba, I think it's going to cost about is it 800 or 700 naira, and then I'm back, and then to Ohafia is going to be about, I guess, 1,500. 1,000 naira. Okay, 1,000 naira. So it's going to be cheap, but it's going to be organized in such a way that cash will not be accepted. So you have to pay with card, and we need to just begin to move up the ladder. Digital transformation. That's where the world has gone. So and we can be different. The Umuahia bus terminal is nearing completion. By the program that the contractors gave me, I think I should be taking it over by tomorrow. So I'll find out if they are ready by tomorrow. That means that if we take it over, then all the buses will operate from there. They will move to Aba. Or have they moved to Aba? I think they moved to Aba already for the Aba bus terminal. And we will continue until we get to where we are headed. So having said that, I'd like to thank you once again for participating in this media chat, and pray that God will bless all of you as we enter March in a few days. I think that March 1 will be on Sunday. I pray that March will be better for all of us than February. And as you go back, I pray that you have a good trip back to your destination. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. On that note, we come to the end of this edition of the monthly media chat, the national anthem.